Hey everyone, it's Mack Story back with you to talk about blue collar leadership. We're on chapter 20. Chapter 20 is seek first to understand. And I actually learned that from Dr. Covey. It's Habit 5 of the 7 Habits, which is my favorite book. And out of all the hundreds of books I've read, that's my favorite. And Habit 5 is what this chapter is about. It's not Dr. Covey's words, it's my words based on his principles. But what I'm saying is, if you're going to lead yourself well in the blue-collar environment, in any environment, again, I teach principles so they apply to everybody everywhere. You may be saying, well, it don't sound like he's talking about blue-collar stuff. It applies everywhere. If you're a blue-collar person, it's blue-collar stuff. If you're a white-collar person, it's white-collar stuff. If you're a human, it's human stuff. You're going to be okay with all this. So seek first to understand. If you will do that, you will become a leader of other people. It don't mean you won't be understood. It means I'm choosing to understand you first before I'm asking you to understand me. And Dr. Covey gives a great example. Let's say if you went into the doctor's office and you go in, you sit down in the waiting room, sit a little while, you finally get called back, you walk in, sit a little while longer, right? Finally, the doctor comes in, looks at you, starts writing. There you go, sir. There's your prescription. That don't even make sense. The doctor didn't even talk to you. The doctor didn't seek first to understand you. They just looked at you, wrote a prescription, handed it to you, and expect you to understand them. But you don't want to understand them until you feel understood. That prescription is meaningless. And that's what we do as people. Leaders, formal authority leaders, do it to blue-collar workers all the time. They do it to everybody if they're a low-impact leader. A high-impact leader wants to understand you first because they know if I give you influence, you're more likely to accept my influence. In the case of the doctor, if I walk in and say, hey, Mr. Story, how are you? Good. Tell me what's going on. Tell me about yourself, a little bit of your history. And then we talk and we dialogue, but I'm listening. I'm talking, but I'm asking questions. So once I fully understand you, and you know who I am in my background, and I know a lot of other stuff that you don't know, you're more likely to listen to me. It works great at home, with your spouse, your children. Seek first to understand. Most people don't seek first to understand. They don't listen with the intent to understand. They listen with the intent to reply. When someone's talking, they're just waiting for a hole to jump in so they can say what they've got to say. So this chapter was on seek to understand. It's a simple principle, but it takes discipline and leading yourself well and understand why you're trying. Everything I'm teaching you is to help you increase your influence. So this principle is how to increase your influence by giving others influence first. You're not going to lose any. You're going to gain influence by giving it away. All right. Talk to you next time. Have a great day.